Hi friends, welcome to Aisha's DIY. Today we will design a Lariat necklace using Bargain Bead Box Subscription for the month of February 2024. So I have pulled out some seed beads from my stash. These are 11 seed beads, and I have pulled out some color which is not overpowering, but at the same time it meets the middle of this nugget kind of a beads that we have, and also this round ruby in the matte finish. I have already designed another necklace with the Bargain Bead Box already. I think by this time it will be already on my YouTube channel, which is very traditional, I would say, very grand, traditional, asymmetrical, not really asymmetrical. One side is double strand, one side is single strand, and I use the smaller beads and the bigger beads, and I knotted, and I used Chinese knotting cord for this. So I thought, as you guys already know, I'm a big fan of chords, but still, I wanted to do something which is very simple and also which people, everybody can make it without even thinking about it, kind of. Okay. I know. What I'm trying to say here is, knotting can be a little bit intimidating for people. It is not for everybody, as you guys already know. That being said, stringing is very simple and it's straightforward and can be done as quick as possible. So I wanted to do a stringing process, and then these two beads, if I do something like a regular necklace with a spacer or something, it will come very short because there is 18 beads of this bigger one and this much of this. So I have saved some beads, like 2 beads in the thing and 6 beads in the oval nuggets for the earrings. So I really want to do something, and I thought I will bring in the blue element, but I wasn't convinced to bring such a contrast color to this. And I feel like this toggle clasp claims for a lariat because I want to focus. I want this to be the focal. So I wanted to add beads in the back. So this is what I came up with. The lariat will be a good option. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. You can use any seed beads you want. I would say don't choose a darker color. In that case, that will overpower. We have a lighter color which we want the attraction to be. The nugget beads is very, very pleasant color. Trust me, it's an awesome color. So I want the attention to be on these beads rather than on the seed beads. But at the same time, I want that to exist. I don't want a clear color. Okay. And then I'm also going to add seed beads randomly. I'm not going to count, okay, 5 seed beads, then 5 seed beads, then, but I just looks like here there is 4, there is 6, and there is 5 here. So that's what I want. I just wanted to make an asymmetrical pattern, not like a continuous pattern, one fixed pattern that I'm going to follow. Okay, 3 beads and then a bigger bead, 3 beads. No. So I'm just going to scoop in how much our seed beads comes in, it will come in. That's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to incorporate this purple color. First I thought I will not, but having a little bit of a contrast, breaking down the design with the gemstone, with the crystal, is a good option. So I'm going to utilize that as well. Okay, even though I first thought I will use a lavender color seed bead. So it's easy to actually scoop the beads like this for me rather than picking it up from the mat. So I like to, but you can also dump a portion and then do it as well. So it's totally up to you, but I really like this way. So I'm just going to randomly place the beads, and I'm not going to pay much attention. See, all the beads I'm going to utilize. So I'm going to randomly place the beads. Like, I'm not going to separate the nuggets like the big one, small one, nothing of that sort. I'm not going to do that. And then I'm going to just alternate between this and that. So that's what I'm going to do. I need some seed bead, and seed bead wise I am just going to eyeball it. Okay, this one seems to be of the right, so I'm not counting it. So that also I deliberately wanted to do that because I um, want the design to have very few seed beads in a couple of spaces and a lot of seed beads in other spaces. I just want to create that illusion that it is not the same. But you can always choose however you want to have it. You can continue, following the same number of seed beads in between the beads. That's an option that you can do. I am totally up for it, but this is what today I wanted to do. And then I really like the pattern. I'm going to continue threading this pattern, and I'm going to finish threading. I'm going to finish all the beads, because in the lariat we are going to have the clasp in the middle or the center, so the back part will be these only. So I just will finish stringing it, and I'll come back and show you guys how to easily finish this necklace, and still it'll be a statement piece. So I finished stringing the pattern that I want. So I followed a pattern, obviously, even though it's an asymmetrical one. I did follow a pattern. Like the seed beads, I didn't count, I just added it. But I followed the pattern of the nugget, the seed bead, the crystal, then this one, then crystal, then between every round bead and the nugget I added a crystal, and then seed beads in between. So I still have a lot of nuggets left, as you guys can see here. But yeah, I can plan to make a bracelet or something like that. These are beautiful beads, and I really like the pattern that I came up with. And let me measure this for you guys. I just put a bead stopper at the end. It's a pretty long necklace is what I think I have strung here. Let me just measure this, and it's about 17 34 plus, let me see, 34 plus 14, 48 inches. So about, say, 50 inches of necklace. So I really like, this is a long one, so you can make a wrap around and then do it. So I want you guys to actually see if you guys like this. It can be a double strand necklace, so I like this length. So I'm just going to take this in. I just need a little bit for the what to say, for crimping. So I'm just going to move this a little bit so that I don't waste any wire. Okay, so here we go. Push everything down. Okay, I need just a little bit more. I might add some beads at the end, or maybe remove. So now let me see, just one more. So end it with here, this one right here. Okay, yeah, so a little bit more seed beads. Okay, just dropped everything. Oops. Okay, now I need some crimp tubes or crimp bead. I'm using size 2 crimp beads. So that's what I'm gonna use here. There it is, and then our clasp. So we shall remove the jump ring right here. I just need 2 pairs of clasp. I mean 2 pairs of pliers to do that. You can use a bent nose pliers, which is my favorite, of course. So one end will have this, the other end will have this. So first of all, I thought I will add this, but now I have second thoughts. I won't use that. This already has a flower, so I need to figure out a different hanging for this, because if I do this, which is like this, it doesn't go very well. I need something round. So I added the size 2 crimp. I don't know why I did choose a size 2 crimp. Maybe I should have chosen a size 1 crimp, I guess. This seemed to be a little bit bigger, but normally if you use a branded wire, okay, then the size of the crimp that is to be used will be written on this. So for example, for this you can either use size 1 bead, crimp bead, or size 2 crimp tube. So that's what it is. So I should have used a crimp tube or size 1 crimp. This is a size 1. These are never full when you even buy it. It's always half full or less than that. I don't know why, but that's what it is. So let's take our crimp tube first, crimp bead first, and then so take this through that toggle clasp and go through the crimp bead again, and a couple of beads if you can. If you're not, then that's fine as well, which I'm not able to go through the 11 seed beads twice. It seemed to be very small. Yep. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add it like this. This part we don't have to worry, because the other side only we need to get it tight. So I want a nice movement here. I don't want the loop to be very small so that my toggle doesn't move freely. And I'm also going to crimp it with the crimping pliers. You have 2 holes in the crimping pliers, one towards the handle, one away from the handle. First thing, you're going to use the innermost hole, which is towards the handle. Go ahead horizontally and place it in the innermost hole and just squish it. So now it will create like this pattern, like a cashew nut shape. And then now I go vertically with the first hole and then press it. Now it will form a bead like thing. And then you need to make sure you cut the wire as close to the crimp as possible, the short tail, because your bead won't go through. I mean, my bead didn't go through. If yours did, then very well. So now, since it's a longer one, just make sure, take your time and make sure you push all the beads down to the clasp, because if you leave a slack now, then you will have to redo your design again. So make sure it's all got down just like so. I have a long tail, but that's okay for me. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the crimp bead again. So I didn't keep it in a U form, but as you guys can see, it's all rolled up. That will give enough breathing space for me. So I add the bead and then the toggle part, the other toggle part of the clasp, the bar part of the toggle clasp, take that, go through the crimp bead again, and as you guys know, it doesn't go through the 11 seed bead, but you can also finish it with just oh, it did go through one at least. That's more than enough for me. So take your pliers, take your tweezer nose, or in my case tweezer nose. You can also use needle nose pliers. Just push everything together, and as I said, I want a nice movement. I am not looking for a small loop right here. I'm looking for a considerably big loop, so that my toggle part remains really nice and flexible. So go ahead and do the same, and then that's how you crimp, and then you snip off this excess short tail. Okay, now that's done. See, this is what it looks. If you can, yeah, it's seamless now. So now the question is to add whether to add this or not. So this will come and lock in here like this, right? This is gonna be your center like this. So if you want, you can add it here. Okay, that will look nice as well. Okay, and if you want, you can add one more over here with the jump ring, use of jump ring as well. So it kind of looks kind of a different feel to it. Let's see how it looks. If we do add it here, then there will be a disturbance here to add this toggle, right? If it is hanging here, then you will have to make sure it goes like this. So if this is what it is, see this is what it is, then this will come on top of this, which will not be good. So what I want to do here is I want to add just one, and if you want, you can create a teardrop kind of a pattern. It's totally up to you, but if you do, you can do that. You can do a cluster, but I don't want to do a cluster. Or you can do kind of bring this one as well, just like that. You can do, but it is a long one, so I don't want to extend it more, so I'll just keep this simple. Just add jump ring. So instead of adding jump ring, I decided to add this S hook. Let me show you guys. This is just a figure 8 kind of a wire thing that I made from leftover wire. It's so simple to make. It just looks like this. See this? It looks like this. It's a figure 8 pattern. All you need to do here is, let me just cut a piece of wire and show you guys what I mean by it. Okay, so this is just a piece of 18 gauge aluminum wire, but I have used a regular wire here. Take your round nose pliers, okay, and then you have to cut a length. So this end is already flush cut, so I'm just going to cut it here as well. Flush cut both ends of the wire. Take one end. You should not feel the wire up here. Take it and make a loop. Don't straighten the loop, let it be like a P form. Take the other end of the wire, and again place it between your round nose pliers and just roll it against it, and you'll get this S form or 8 form, right? Not S hook, it's a figure 8 thing. So whenever I have leftover wire, I make these things and keep it. So I'm just opening this up and adding the bigger one to this toggle, because this toggle has a big enough space, thicker circumference. So then I open up the smaller loop and then add my rose tangle to it. I wish I had made a bigger one because I want the rose tangle to dangle nicely as well. So just make a figure 8 one slightly bigger for yours. Okay, and that's about it. So I made this very simple, not a lot of tangles. And if you want, you can make an elaborate, like as I said, we have enough of this nuggets bead left and 2 of these beads left as well, so you can make a long beaded chain kind of a thing and then put this rose one, or you can add it with a jump ring. It's totally up to you. The toggle clasp of the jump ring, you can add it with this, so but I really like this way, so I have added this. Now let's see. So what I did was I just strung my beads. I used the nugget beads, the roundel crystal, and the ruby in the matte form. This is I think 8mm bead. So I used all of the beads and some 11 seed beads, and I strung on a bead stringing wire. I followed a pattern like of separating the rounds and the pebbles by the roundel crystal, and I added the 11 seed beads. I didn't count it, but you can count the number of seed beads in between every single bead. And then I finished it off with the toggle that we received from the box, and I added a figure 8 pattern, and I added this rose in the front of the toggle. So this is going to be the front of the necklace. This is how it will look when you wear it. It comes really pretty. I really like the way this turned out to be. I hope you guys like it too. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos a couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. And if you'd like to support my channel, do check out my Etsy shop. I will leave down the description box below the link for it. And also you can help support my channel by clicking that heart sign underneath the video, so that you can give super thanks. You can donate any amount you want, starting from $1 to all the way, how much ever you want. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. It really means a lot to me, and do comment below too. Thank you. Bye.